Hello everyone. Today I'm putting the binoculars aside because in my hands I have a device that lets you see not farther, but differently. Our eyes can't see infrared radiation, but a small gadget like this will help us do just that. I'm holding a very portable thermal imager. Of course, it's not professional at all, meaning its resolution is quite low, but it's perfectly suitable for home use. Its price on AliExpress is about $120 to $140. There are many options, probably with different technical specifications, but for the most part, they're all quite budget-friendly, with not very high resolution. We take a smartphone, there's an app, we launch it, insert the sensor, and we can point it at ourselves or in another direction. Right? We need to somehow flip the image. Hello? This is what it all looks like. Of course, it's a bit scary, but that's how it is. Actually, as you can see right here, I am currently recording this in real time. There are different settings here, but I won't go through them much since they're pretty secondary, and the default setting suits me perfectly. Now, I'm going to perform several different short recordings of various everyday objects, just so that you can see exactly what this impressive little gadget is truly capable of doing. Sitting on the couch. My son is playing some mobile game on his phone. He doesn't even pay attention to the fact that I'm filming him.
The next item I want to show you is the fireplace. I find myself using it quite often these days, especially since the Russians are constantly shelling our local power stations. As a direct result, we are forced to live without any electricity for about 15 to 16 hours every single day. Well, right now, for example, as I'm filming, there is electricity. Can you clearly see the way the infrared light reflects off those bulbs? But for the vast majority of the time here, there is absolutely no electricity available. And in order to keep this entire house warm and habitable, well, I have no choice but to use it. I have to constantly keep burning piles of firewood, because otherwise you could very easily freeze to death in these conditions. At night the temperature can drop to minus 20 degrees, so the situation is extremely unpleasant and incredibly difficult to deal with. Take a look at what the current temperature is right now. You can feel that warm air is constantly blowing out from that spot, and it gradually spreads out throughout the entirety of the room, slowly dispersing itself all over the house. Take a look. This is interesting. I've opened the fireplace door, and you can see the approximate temperature right in the center where the firewood is burning. In addition to its other functions, you can also use this professional thermal imager to clearly see exactly where there are significant heat losses occurring. Right at the moment, the current temperature outside is showing approximately minus 22 degrees Celsius. Why does the thermal imager itself show a much lower temperature, minus 30? Well, to be honest, it is quite difficult for me to say for certain right now. In reality, the outside temperature has dropped all the way down to minus 22 degrees. But even so, you can still diagnose exactly where the most significant heat losses are currently occurring. Look right here, you see, I am just standing and filming, and you can clearly observe how my own thermal signal is being reflected directly off the window glass. So now we're moving to the kitchen. Here, my wife has roasted some meat in the oven. This is some kind of pie. And this is the kettle. Here's my hand. You can see what kind of thermal trace the surface leaves. You can even see the veins on my hand. The traces remain. I also thought it would be interesting to show you what underfloor heating looks like. You can see clearly the pipes through which hot water flows and heats the floor. Take a look, these are my 2 feet. Now we're walking and walking along. And this is my electrical panel. I actually had to reconfigure the internal wiring slightly, since I integrated a dedicated battery and an uninterruptible power supply system, so that at the very least it would maintain some level of functionality. In order to successfully get through these incredibly massive and extremely prolonged power outages caused by the continuous bombing of our critical power station infrastructure. Here I have a battery and an uninterruptible power supply connected. And next you can see these are the specialized pipes coming from the gas boiler, which are already working to provide warmth throughout the entire house. This is exactly how everything appears through an advanced thermal imager. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to support my channel, give it a like, and leave a comment. Leave a comment under the video. It's very important to me. See you next time.